He said something back to her, and she probably didn't like it and told me to go to my room.
We just grew up knowing that we had to do what we were told to do, and so there was no need for punishment.
My sister would do things, and she'd say that I did it, and my mother would try to punish me. And I remember the last time it happened, I took the switch from her and broke it in pieces.
I was always bigger than my mother. She was a little person, and she said that one time. I guess, I don't know how old I was, that she was so aggravated with me, she picked up they had a range in the kitchen, and she picked up a stick of wood and threatened me with it. And I don't know whether I took it away from her or what happened, but anyhow, it didn't do much damage.
They raised us without punishment, but at school, I remember I did something that the teacher didn't like, and she had a rubber hose about this long and about an inch and a half in diameter, and I had to hold up my hand like this, and she would crack it like this, and until my hand got kind of sore and hurt.
Well, we had what they call a cat and nine tails, made out of leather strips, and you'd get socked with that.
Oh, my father had a strap with three little straps on it, nailed down. Bango in the behind, and that's it. No big punishment.
They punished us for nothing, really. We never knew why we got punished. We never knew. They'd come up if we'd say anything wrong, we'd come up and get socked. But now the kids run the family, you know. The people don't do that. The kids stand in the store and holler, I want that kind of cornflakes. It's on television. I want that kind. I don't want it. They lay on the floor and kick. I want that kind of cornflakes. So I wouldn't dare do that.
They're wild. They're given too much leeway. They're given too many presents, and they become wild. They know more than their parents. It's a different world. There's no discipline that we had in my time. We were kids and we were told to shut up, we shut up. But today, the kids talk first.
They know too much. They're told too much. They see too much. And television is the worst thing that they ever had, and let a child look at TV. Because that's where they get all this business from, guns and wanting to kill people. That's what's doing it.
I would hate to have to be raising a family now. You know, I'm sorry for the young people. They have so many things to overcome. You know, we never, of course, ever heard of anything like dope, and whiskey or things like that never entered our mind.
The 7th grade, we had geography books to study geography. Today, the children in education don't know what geography is. They don't know how this country was here and that country was here.
We've all respected our teachers, very respectful. I never heard of things that are going out today, how disrespectful the children are, and I blame the parents. They don't teach our children respect.
Not enough supervision. Nobody home, latchkey youngsters. I mean, what can the poor youngsters do?
It isn't like a family in most places, for the reason the mother has to go out and work, you know, and the children don't get the mother can't be strict with them. The father and mother work, and they give the children money to go and get their lunch somewhere. But it's on account of the times, I think.
Well, I think if more mothers would stay home and take care of the children and keep them off of the street, not give them guns to play with. I guess I'm real old-fashioned, but
There's too much these days on the street that should not be.
And now with the internet, that's worse than ever because they can look at that and learn from that also. Even computers, I think, are wrong for children because they're not using their thoughts of their own.
And I'm not in any position to give children advice today. Life is different from when I was around.
Yucky.
I do not approve of it.
I don't approve of it. That's the only thing I can tell you. I don't think it's right.
I think that they give up to each other. The women and the men give up to each other too quickly. Now, whether one makes more advances than the other quickly, I don't know. Not having gone through it, I wouldn't know that. I never really conceived there was any sense in it, any need for it. The rules were you fell in love and you got married, and then you lived together. And that was the rule that everybody should have gone by. And they didn't do that. Then there was something wrong in their thinking.
I don't believe in such a yucky things. It's not fair. It's not nice. It's not polite.
It's been here for a long time, and I expect it'll stay.
When I was young, I never heard of such things. Now it's the style. So what have I got to do about it? I can't change people's minds.
Well, if they're in their 70s or 80s, I don't see any harm in that.
We ate the fat with the lean. If the fat was there, we ate it.
My mother saw that I had whole milk and various things like that, and beef and so on, but no special foods.
Well, I'd go to the garden of a morning, and of course we butchered our own meat, about 8 or 10 hogs a year, and I'd go to the garden of a morning and I'd dig up potatoes and I'd cut a head of cabbage and maybe onions or something. I'd just throw that all in a big iron pot and sit down in next to the flame of the store with little legs on. Did you ever see that kind of one? And they're big, they're about that big. And so I'd cook that all together. That all went in one pot together with a ham bone or some kind of seasoning.
Well, my best meal for breakfast for years and years was eating bread and coffee. A slice of bread with cream and coffee and sugar on it. And that was my main breakfast.
Well, we had cooks. I had help. And there was always fried chicken and good steaks.
Then I could fry meat and make gravy, and that was another thing that we had lots of.
Meat, potatoes, some vegetable, like carrots or peas or something of that sort. And then a dessert. We always had dessert. So we became accustomed to that. So I must have my dessert here.
My doctor always used to say to me, Helen, have yourself 2 drinks a day. Drink a lot of water. I said, I can't drink water. I don't like water. Well, then put some scotch in it. And I said, no, I don't want to drink alone. If I had somebody here, maybe I would have a highball. And that's the truth. A lot of people are like that.
Select your ancestors well. There is no secret. I lived like everybody else. I ate 3 meals a day. I took a drink. I took a cocktail before meals, but I didn't smoke. That was one thing I never smoked. But I ate everything. I had no diets. But we lived a good life with little stress.
I've always taken care of myself. I don't like sweets.